Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rika Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and in sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. And I'm going to entitle this lesson, all right, we are on a mission. All right, we are on a mission. Okay, and my inspiration of this video, all right, is from the boxer, all right, Adrian Broner. All right, and he was basically telling this guy who he live streamed with, called Dean, all right, which he's supposedly trying to be a boxer. He's trying to train to be a boxer. I believe he has a fight coming up or something. All right, based on the conversation that they were having, or the argument or whatnot. But in the argument, all right, AB was basically telling him, like, hey, look, you got to get this for yourself. You got to want this, all right? He was like, I've been here before, where, everybody around you is partying and BSing and, they're not serious, all right? Their head is somewhere else. But me, he said, I focused on my mission, all right? I didn't get distracted. All right, I stayed focused on my mission, roughly paraphrasing what he was saying. And I'm going to install the video in the beginning or the ending of this video. But that's what he was telling them. All right, and that made me think about the scriptures. All right, where it says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, so I'm going to get a few scriptures. All right, a quick hit, and Lord willing, this video will be edifying. All right, so this is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12, and it says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, so, that's basically what he was telling them, like, in the other sense, like, you gotta work to want what you say that you want. All right, you got to put in the effort, all right, towards the things that you say that you want. You got to water, you got to give life to the things that you say that you want. You got to water, you got to give it time and energy and dedication and discipline, all right, to those things that you say that you want. You can't just say that you want it, all right, and you're not putting forth the energy towards it. All right, you say that you want it, you can't try, he said, you got to actually do it, Forget trying, do it, So it says, therefore, it says, wherefore, my brethren, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation. And that goes for us too, because, like when we're on the highways and the byways, all right, the brothers are teaching on the highways and the byways. Okay, it's also for whenever you're not around brothers. All right, what about when you're not around brothers? All right, you go back home and you're in you're absent from brothers, from the body. All right, that's where it counts the most. Okay, because you don't have brothers around you to encourage you. All right, to tell you what to do. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna you're not going to do nothing because you ain't got guidance from a brother? No, you're going to do the work. All right, you're going to study. You're going to go over your notes. All right, you're going to examine yourself. You're going to do the things, all right, that are in the spirit. All right, you're going to do things that increase your spirit. All right, and the same thing carnally on his aspect. He has to do things, all right, that are going to further him in his boxing career, all right? So, yeah, you got to put all your effort into it, man. All right, you can't half-ass it. Okay, let's go here to Psalms 62 and 12, and it says, always unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. So the Lord said he's going to render every man according to his work. So if you take the things or the talents or whatever it is that the Lord has given you, the spiritual gifts, you take them and you use them and you utilize them and you get better. You get better at what the Lord has given you. You have faith in the things that the Lord has given you. You draw attention, your energy, and your time to those things that the Lord has given you. All right? And you increase, you believe in it. All right? And in time, all right, the Lord will give you more. All right? There's a saying that the brother says, he says, the brother from, I think it's Manhattan, he was like, you don't wait till you have more. You use what you have and you create more. All right? And that's faith. And that's absolutely true, man. That's faith. All right? You use what you have, all right, and you create more. All right? This is, let me get this, Jeremiah 17:10, and it says, the Lord searcheth the heart, I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruits of his doing. All right, so every brother, all right, is on a different trail, but it's going to the same destination, all right, which is the kingdom. All right, and each trail or each path, all right, has its own obstacles, all right, and things that brothers have to overcome. All right, but you have to work towards overcoming those obstacles or whatever it may be. All right, you can't rely on another man, all right, and his works and his doings, all right, to get you over yours. All right, although a brother can give you advice over experiences, but ultimately you have to get over it yourself. Okay, you can't be discouraged. Okay, so you gotta lock in pretty much, man. Like AB was telling him, Adrian Broner, he was telling him, like, lock in. You gotta get it for yourself. All right, you're not gonna be rewarded for another man's work. All right, and you're not gonna be rewarded either for another man's wrongs. All right, those are both of those things are of your own. Both of those things you got to work out on your own. You got to fix those things on your own. All right, it's not going to come of somebody else. All right, this is Colossians chapter 3, verse 23, and this is in the NIV. And it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for man, not for humans, masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance, for the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord's Yahushua Hamashiach you are serving. Again, let me read that again. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, you are serving. So, you serving the Lord. You put in the work for the Lord, man. All right? That's what you're doing it for. You're putting in the work for Yahushua, man. All right? Because you in debt with Yahushua. We are in debt with Yahushua, man. All right? So you're adding. All right? You're adding to it. Let me get it in the, let me see. Let me get it in the KJV, Shalakia. I just got it in the NIV. All right, this is the KJV. It says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. All right, so don't do this, all right, to be men pleasers. All right, don't do it for filthy lucre's sake. All right, alternative motives. Do this because you believe, you have faith, all right, in the Lord, okay? And have faith in yourself, because the Lord has given you this knowledge. All right, that should be enough for you. That should be enough in itself. All right, for us to be able to say, you know, we're gonna put in more effort. Okay, we're lacking. All right, so continue to put in the effort, man. All right, continue to do the work. All right, so I'm gonna end it on out right there. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Ashem, Yahweh Shai B'Ashem, Rukal Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalakia. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, Lord willing, I say Shalom.
I can't help you, because you don't want to help your fucking self. Because like Coach Kev say, I ain't about to put my hard work and time into this shit, and you bullshitting.
Nobody bullshitting, bitch. I'm trying to get this shit done, nigga.
Don't try to do it.
Around me bullshitting, nigga.
You can't say that, bro.
I don't want to work out.
You know I won 4 world titles, right? And everybody around me did exactly this, gang.
I don't want to.
But every day I got up. I don't want to get up. Every day I went to the gym.
But you was around niggas that wanted to get them titles too, though, right?
Listen to me, bro. I didn't give a fuck what they did, gang. I was on the mission, gang. Couldn't nothing stop me from my mission.